that's what really makes this map one of my favorites, is because it's such a straight, you know, like so many lines of sight and stuff. You get really good battles.
Right, take a look at this opening now as we have the teams fighting across the orange beam. You guys might have seen this yesterday during the exhibition matches. Enable trying to finish Voltage. You actually cannot see through the center of this center beam because it's actually, obviously, you cannot see through it.
Yeah, Enable right here. I always notice players jump up in that little nook where the window is.
Yeah.
And like look through it, and I'm like, you know, you can't go through there, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. That's also on Relay. There's windows that you can see through the map, so you can kind of take a look out the window and plan what you want to do, and then go ahead and execute on that, which is definitely something else that is brand new and interesting to see.
Enable no shields right now, waiting to pick up that rocket launcher, but the nades keep going off around him. It's a very sneaky position right now.
Being very cautious as Benno grabs those and quickly kills Enable. When you do pick up those rockets, they snap to your body very quickly, and you can shoot that rocket almost immediately. Combine that with the new splash damage, and they're deadly.
Yeah, the rockets have such a huge splash damage in this game. I've been seeing that all weekend. It's pretty crazy. I've seen a lot of people kill themselves with it too because they don't realize how big it is.
And also, I mean, there's a lot of rockets we see that you really don't think that kill, that they'd get the kill, and they end up getting it even if you shoot it behind them. So definitely a lot of skill needed if you're in close quarters.
Voltage has a sniper. He picked up a kill, and he's going to drop back to his base right now. Actually, the enemy's base. It looks like they're going to try to push up for a flag cap.
Now you have that escort icon as Benno is moving up with these rockets. I see he's getting this cross-range battle royal, has some good shots on him. But as I was talking about earlier on that opening rush, that orange beam, very interesting to shoot through. You have to bring a teammate with you if you want to pick up that sniper. But of course, it's a crazy battle because all that happens is your reticle lights up. You don't actually see the player. It's the first time I think we've seen that ever in competitive Halo.
And it's cool too because you can see the sniper rifle like waypoint.
Right.
But then it just disappears. So it's like, oh, they've got it, but I don't know where they are.
Yeah, it creates a brand new scenario to Halo, and I think it's really cool to have that. And we'll have to see how teams perfect that strategy. I've had the chance to play this game online a few times in matchmaking, and what you see sometimes is players skipping and opting not to grab the sniper rifle right away, and they send two players front base, and they wait for the enemy to grab the sniper. They double him, and they can both jetpack up to both snipers and control both. So there's a ton of options for that opening rush.
Yeah, I really like that a lot about this map, and interesting to see in the next couple of months how the gameplay will turn out and what the standard strat will be.
Oh, definitely. Now 27:35 left in the match. We're still at 0-0 with only one flagpole, I believe, that has gone down. So Voltage trying to stay alive, and Benno flanking in with him. I'm wondering where the main control points are going to be. I think we're going to see the flags run across these side alleys, almost like Narrows. You choose one side to run the flag, and then the enemy's going to spawn on the other alley, and you'll have to pinch that choke point right to your base. And I think if teams can break that down to a science, that looks like what it might pan out to be.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of the action happening, you know, down here on the side where the ribs are, the cages, however you want to call them, especially because the rockets spawn there. So,
True.
I mean, that's where a lot of the action is focused around.
Oh, no, that's a great point.
Flag right here waiting for the return. Of course, you can't return it in Solace. It's a 15-second automatic reset, so you just have to stick around it, and your flag does not have to be at home to score.
Nice job there from Ogre 2 getting that grenade on the flag carrier as he sees Flamesword in the base, and you don't want to stay alive. I don't think he has too much help here. Enable using that flag and trying to stay alive. Really nice job there from Ogre 1. And Heff trying to challenge Royal 2 across the map. It's very difficult to get away with staying alive on your flag if there's an enemy on the ground and another enemy shooting you from either the other lane or perhaps even the enemy base.
Heff putting shots in the snake bite. He is able to take him down, but it looks like he's putting shots in Enable. He's forced back. And it looks like Immunity pushing in really strong right now. They're able to pick up the flag as you see Ogre 1 at the bottom. Pulling out the flag.
Right here, he's going to try to move down this lane, but he runs into Royal 2, who is not missing. Nice shot there from Royal 2. Ogre 1 actually almost stays alive with that flag. I like how he was kind of glitching into that wall, doing a nice job. But once we see one person die, unless the team is really in position to continue that flag run, we kind of see those runs die unbreakable. And we have yet to see people kind of rallying the flag with each other. If the flag goes down, too often we've seen that it gets returned.
And it's weird because I think it's also part of that the pistol, you know, the Flagnum, it's actually a real big help to your team.
Right.
And you can get assists easily and stuff like that. And when you lose the flag player, then you lose one more person who can shoot on the team, and it's really hard to push.
Right, and what's also cool to see is how more we've seen that Flagnum used. Yesterday during the exhibition matches, even though we had pro players playing, people were like running away with the flag and they were not being aggressive. Today, we're seeing top teams. That flag carrier is out in the open. He's looking for people. Yeah. And, of course, if you're on the enemy team and that person knows how to use that Flagnum and is aware of how powerful that is, you're in trouble.
No, I've been saying that with Frank since I've been watching this all day. I'm like, I want to go to capture the flag and literally just run around and pick up the flag and run around the flag. I'm like, it's so fun. Yeah, and that change was made. Those of you who might not be aware, during E3, we saw the Flagnum for the first time. I believe it was E3, correct? So
I'm actually not sure if it was E3. I think it was a later event.
It was E3 or PAX, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, excuse me. It was Exile CTF was the first game we saw. That was in September during PAX. And so that was the first time we saw the Flagnum, and since then it actually got a 20% boost, which is the reason you're seeing so many players get kills with it, and I think it really has balanced out. Look at you see Royal 2 trying to get a kill here. It does have slight bloom though.
Yeah, not only players know that, because I see him spamming him. Like, you got to control your shots a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, and if you just pace those shots, you can easily get the 4-shot kill.
And let me tell you, because I've done it already, there's nothing more satisfying than someone's going up with you and they have a DMR and you kill them with the flag in that pistol. It's very satisfying.
Absolutely, and we're also seeing players really not afraid to run the flag when around corners and during certain routes, because that flag melee is huge, and so is the one-hit kill.
Yeah, people don't know that either because they're so used to like running away with the flag, but it's a one-hit kill with that flag.
Right, and I have seen the lunge distance both of regular melees and also the flag melees. It seems to be a bit increased. As long as you're looking at the player from a decent range, perhaps even a little bit bigger than Halo Reach, you're going to get that melee.
No, it's interesting. I've noticed like the Storm Rifle is available right now, and I never see anyone grab it in MLG settings. I don't know if they just haven't used it a lot or don't like it.
That's right, and Euphorix and I had also noticed that people are really not picking up the Plasma Pistol, the Storm Rifle, or the Carbine yet, despite the Carbine being rumored as the fastest kill time. So that's just one more thing that I think is going to take players trying out different things, and I'm really surprised that the Plasma Pistol hasn't been picked up more often.
That's what I was about to say, because, you know, think about, I don't know why I have this mental picture of, like, Sanctuary in my head of just always the new combo.
Right.
And I'm surprised, you know, it still works. I don't know why players don't use it, but I guess it seems to me like the kill times are a little bit faster with the DMR.
Oh my! Enable hitting an amazing snapshot there as he flicks his wrist and cleans up that kill. Amazing play here from him, but we're still at 0-0 with 23-13 left, and this is kind of like a drift unbreakable in that you can't just pull the flag and expect to head home with it. You're really going to have to coordinate an effort, and we don't even know exactly what the best run looks like and whether these two bases, whether one's preferable to the other one. It's cool to see all this pan out, but I think just as you guys at home are watching and figuring this out, so are these players.
Flamesword pulling the flag right now, and it's interesting because Status Quo looked, you know, more dominant in Game 1, obviously, which is why they won, but right here, I think it's a dead tie.
Yeah, so far it's been just back and forth. No players really getting the flag all the way onto their side or creating a point where they can run it during one of the lanes and then have a cutoff point at where their lane meets into their base. And I think what's really interesting is imagine if someone could eventually ever get all the way across the map in the middle with the flag. I don't know if it'd be possible, but depending on the spawns, there's enemies spawning on the back of their base, it would definitely be an option, and then you could transfer to the other lane that they're spawning at. So kind of on midship or any arena-based map that is symmetrical, you can run the flag down the middle, and then you decide where the rest of the run will go. It's going to be really cool to see if that also happens on Solace.
Definitely. It looks like Status Quo playing defense right now. His immunity is being a little bit aggressive. Snakebite just hanging out, waiting for someone to come around that corner. They know there's players around the bases, but they're not sure where.
Yeah, Flamesword still opting for that BR and picking up a nice kill there. Snakebite as well. These two deciding to go with the BR. I really like that decision. And their other two teammates typically sticking to the DMR.
Status Quo pushing up. Snakebite being a little bit aggressive right now. He's going to jetpack into this top platform.
And right there, you see that jetpack has been tuned down since Halo Reach, so he's unable to get there. He's going to give it a go for a second time, and that time he gets up there. That's really important. That's something I talked about at the beginning of the match. Being able to use that jetpack to get into the front of the base, so valuable. That's a huge flank, another angle that if you do not have the jetpack, you cannot offer your team. I think players are going to choose the jetpack on this map, maybe for that reason alone.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only armor ability I've seen on this map so far out of all the loadouts that anyone can choose.
Yeah, and jetpack just allows you to hop on certain ledges, challenge across the map better, and just gives you really advanced mobility. Snakebite here getting challenged by Benno, and once again spamming that Flagnum, excuse me. The rockets are down right there on Snakebite's death screen, and now Flamesword pushing out across the map. Will be unable to get a touch on that. He's going to leave that and let that return.
It's kind of interesting because I'm noticing a lot of people are pulling the flag, and then, like, as you saw, they were just hanging out in a corner. I'm like, they have a waypoint over their heads.
Right.
The players know where they are, so it seems kind of weird sometimes to just sit in the corner and wait, but I guess it depends on the situation.
Oh, sure, but you also have to think that you kind of want to move that flag as fast as you can because of that waypoint. And what the waypoint, I think, creates is a situation where your teammates really have to escort you immediately. They can't pause, they can't wait, they can't take a different route. Yeah. There's a flashing icon over your flag carrier's head. You have to get to them as fast as you can, and that's why we're seeing the flag caps take so long and the flag runs take so long. Everything has to be picture perfect in place.
5 seconds left for that flag to return, and they were able to pick it back up, so a new 15-second timer goes off.
And like you were saying, that flag does not reset it. No, it is not a proximity return. That flag will sit there the entire time. Nice job, Royal 2 there, deciding to thrust right off the map, though. Would have been a really nice use. As we mentioned, the thruster coming in handy in certain situations, but Jetpack, the armor ability of choice on Solace, and so far in this tournament overall.
Status Quo playing great defense right now. I think they're able to get it. Yep, the flag returns, and that's got to be disappointing for Immunity when you run it that close to your base and then can't capitalize on it.
All right, definitely can get you frustrated, but of course those players have been playing for a while. Competitive Halo reach, as well as dating back to Halo 3, and of course Ogre 1 needs no explanation. So you can bet that they're going to be able to bounce back from those flag caps. As a coach myself, it also often was frustrating if my team had run the flag all the way back, or we did everything we needed to do to win a game, and then one little mistake. But of course you need to keep your team in it, and I expect the Flamesword and Ogre 1 to be doing that for their teams.
Status Quo pulling the flag out right now. As you can see, they're trying to play pretty aggressive right now. Heff about to go down to enable. He does.
Yeah, enable grabs those rockets once again. We'll see if he's able to do any damage with these. As Benno is able to stay alive. Nice job as Voltage picks up a kill there. Still Royal 2 using the thruster pack. I'd love to hear what his thinking is there. Maybe he sees something or really sees a certain usefulness that it can be used for.
What does that mean? You want to go to a Turtle Beach team chat?
I think a Turtle Beach team chat would be great if we could hop on board. Right now, we are on board with Status Quo. Let's see if they're able to win this second game.
2.
Buffy's dead.
I'm their left wing.
There's one dead.
Left wing.
They're gonna be R2.
I'm their left wing.
You can put me run it or something.
They're
There's one dead.
pushing their
R3,
flag.
R3. The right door, I need help.
It's,
The right door.
Their flag.
There's another.
Wait, bro. Let's do that.
I hit Royal with a nade here.
On our flags, you guys. Two guys on our flag. Still weak. That's weak.
I'm one shot here, I gotta back up.